Good day, Methodist Dave here, professional theologian and Bible teacher with our daily devotional for Thursday, March 5th. I encourage you to read the entire chapter 5 of the book of Proverbs. Read a chapter a day for the day, and it will improve your life. Now, the beginning part of Proverbs deals with the advantage of wisdom, the benefits of seeking wisdom, but it also warns against the seduction to do evil, to wander away from wisdom, to neglect wisdom, all the bad things that can happen when you make bad choices and sometimes follow that soft way that just seems so tempting and so alluring. Now, the temptation here is given a female voice, because remember, this is being written to men, but it applies whether you're male or female, because temptation doesn't need to come from a woman. It doesn't even need to come from a man. Temptation is temptation. Seduction is seduction. And it can often come from the lips of your friends, whoever your friends might be. Her feet go down to death, and her steps lead straight to the grave, lest she should make level the path leading to life. Her paths have wandered, but she is not able to discern it. Now, again, part of a larger narrative here, but I want to point out here that as it says that sometimes wickedness and evil can lead you away from the paths of life, lead you to the paths of death, and even the voice that is tempting you and leading you doesn't know the outcome of that, the destination of that journey. Coming up later this spring is going to be prom season. And, a lot of schools around prom season like to bring a wrecked automobile and park it on the front lawn of the school with a sign out there, "Don't drink and drive." This is what happens when you get drunk and, the car gets smashed. That's always a warning there. But we had a speaker come to our school who had spent most of his life in prison. He was sentenced to life in prison. This was back in the 60s. And he was in this small southern town. He was out with his buddies, and they're wandering around. And somebody come up with the idea that they could go to a liquor store and get something to drink, but they needed some money. So they came upon a gas station and robbed the attendant. Now, unfortunately, one of the friends was armed and eliminated the life of the attendant. Now, they didn't intend to harm anybody that night, but it just escalated. And all of them, all the friends were charged with first-degree murder and treated as adults. And he says, we were all sentenced to life in prison. And he says, I could have died in prison had he not gotten a pardon. But even the person that brought them into that terrible situation never actually intended to cause any harm. And that's the problem when sometimes you listen to your friends, they put out a really bad idea. You don't know where that's going to go. So make prudent decisions. Don't get into foolishness, and don't hang out with people who could wind up getting you in a lot of trouble. If you get a question about this or any other subject, drop me an email, methodistdave@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer your questions. And until tomorrow, please be good to each other, and don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe.